Broke Spoke is a community bike shop that's volunteer run with the mission of providing better access to better bikes to everybody. When we got together talking about starting Broke Spoke, we really started with this exercise of who does it serve and how. And there were 4 or 5 communities, but the number one group that everybody said, yeah, I'd like to volunteer my time to help with this is what Bicycle Magazine termed the invisible cyclist. People who ride because they have to, not because they want to, and who often don't have the money to get their bikes repaired. And so I guess first and foremost, it's a place where people who are riding because they have to can keep their bikes running so they can keep getting to their jobs and keep doing the things they need to do. It also serves as a do-it-yourself space for people who already know how to work on their bike or want to learn how. We are open twice a week on Sundays from 1 to 5 for what we call open shop hours. And so it's kind of an anything goes time. We've got mechanics on hand ready for folks to walk in, and we'll help them with their bikes. And if it's slow, we'll work on the shop and the shop bikes. And also open on Thursday nights from 6 to 9 for volunteering and members to come in and have access to the space. We're at the corner of 6th and Limestone, directly behind Al's Bar. Being involved with the Broke Spoke Community Bike Shop is really easy. And there are different ways to get involved. So we've had people who just want to donate. So they come by and drop off bikes that have been in their basement for forever. And that's fantastic. Anytime the doors are open, right now, Sundays and Thursdays, you can bring your bike in, and the team of volunteers that are here will help you work on it to the best of their ability. It's not totally free, but there are different ways that you can support Broke Spoke in exchange for those resources. So you can pay by the hour, you can become a member, or you can donate your time, and sweat equity is worth about $8 an hour around here. As a nonprofit, the Broke Spoke Community Bike Shop really relies heavily on the generosity of the community. And so giving to the shop, whether that's bikes or parts or shop supplies or money, those donations are really important to our operations. So donating bikes and parts, they can be dropped off anytime the shop is open. And if you would like to make a monetary donation, you can either come by when we're open or contact us via email or a Facebook page, and we can get you a mailing address. So there's been a ton of community support for the shop. And one of the really interesting ways that's manifested itself is Al's Bar has basically dedicated one weekend night per month to a benefit show for the Broke Spoke. So we book the bands and work the door and then keep the door, and then that money helps us pay rent, keep the lights on. Used bikes is a niche that hasn't been filled. So there used to be regular yard sales, and there's a Velo swap once a year, but I guess as far as a storefront type situation where you could go and purchase a used bike, this will kind of be a first for Lexington. We want to sell bikes at a price point that's competitive or below the big box stores, but sell a bike that's durable, serviceable, and is going to be a reliable mode of transportation. Meeting the needs of the so-called invisible cyclist was one of the catalysts for the creation of this shop. To be able to do that, we need a strong volunteer base that has the skills to identify and repair a lot of different bike issues. So this winter, we're really working hard to build that skill level in our volunteer base. But when the weather breaks, we'll do outreach throughout North Lexington and beyond to let folks know that if they're having trouble with their bike, this is a place they can bring it. And in that case, our open shop hours, which will be 2 or 3 nights a week, anybody could walk in off the street, explain what their problem was, and our motto will basically be that we'll help you do anything, but we won't do anything without you. And so as long as they're willing to stay with us, use the tools, and learn how to work on their own bike, we'll find a way for that person to be able to cover the stand fee or the membership dues or however they want to be involved.